Surface water. Water present on the surface of the earth is called the surface water. It can be classified into three: rainwater, river and lake water, sea and ocean water. Rainwater. Rainwater is the purest form of water. Why it is so? As water from the seas and rivers evaporate to form water vapor under the heat of the sun, it leaves behind all the impurities. When the precipitation occurs, the first shower dissolves certain gases present in the air and also brings suspended impurities along with them. Subsequent showers, however, consist of the pure water. River and lake water. The water in these water bodies comes either from the rainfall or melting of snow on the mountains. Sea and ocean water. Oceans are huge store of water. Millions of liters of water is present in them, but the water is salty and is not fit for either domestic or agricultural use. Next category is underground water or subsoil water. Underground water is the water under the ground where the soil is completely filled or saturated with water. Groundwater is generally obtained by digging wells using hand pumps and electric pumps. The water that falls on the earth's surface slips inside the earth and gets accumulated in the cracks and gap of the rock present inside the earth. The water table is called the upper limit of the layer of the water present beneath the earth. The water table can vary from one place to another. The water that is present beneath the water table of a place is called the groundwater. This water gets accumulated inside the earth because of the different resources. Rainwater that falls on the earth sleeps inside the ground. Water in the river, lakes and ponds often sleeps into the earth and get accumulated on a groundwater. What is an aquifer? An underground layer of permeable rock, sand, sediment or soil that collects, holds and transmits water to wells or springs, mostly common known as groundwater, and may create large underground reservoirs of the varying size. Next topic is natural distribution of water in India. The distribution of water across the earth is not even due to the different factors such as rainfall and climate condition. Some places have a high amount of water while others face scarcity of water. For example, in India, places like Rajasthan get very low rainfall and hence has less water. On the other hand, places like Meghalaya receive high rainfall and have a high amount of water. Hence, there can be times when one part of the India faces floods while other is suffering from a drought-like condition. Next is scarcity of water. Scarcity of water is defined as a situation where there is insufficient water to satisfy normal requirements. Though water is a renewable resource, we humans are using it at a faster rate than it is being replenished. There are various factors contributing to the depletion of the water table. First factor is increasing population. As the population of a region increases, the demand of the fresh water also rises sharply. This means more water is being required. Also, increasing population demands more space, which lead to the construction of more houses, shops, industries, buildings and roads. The number of the places like parks, grounds or forests decreases. All this reduces the possibility of rainwater getting into the soil particles because the concrete floors and the roads do not allow the water. This means that an increased demand and use of groundwater as compared to the depletion of water tables. This result in depletion of the water table of that region. Next is increasing industries. Every industry requires water in its production process. As the number of industries increases, more water is drawn from the ground. All of this result in the depletion of the water table. Deforestation. We know that plants and trees keep the soil bounded together and allow absorption of water in the soil. Uprooting them exposes the first layer of the soil which can get washed away easily. This affects the water table of that region. Then, uncontrolled use of borewell technology for extracting groundwater. Farmers have overexploited groundwater resources in our country due to the uncertain monsoon and an unreliable state water supply. Next is pollution of freshwater resources. This is due to the discharge of untreated domestic sewage, toxic industrial wastewater, and harmful pesticides and insecticides into the water bodies. Effects of water scarcity on plants. Water is very important for plants' growth. Its deficiency weakens the plant. When plants do not get sufficient water, they do not grow to their expected height, have reduced photosynthesis activity, and produce much less harvest than expected. Without enough water, plants will also be susceptible to diseases, which can be eventually lead to the death of the plant. This may result in lack of food, oxygen, and rain, and eventually ends all forms of life on the earth. Conservation of water. Although most of the earth's surface is covered with water, only a very small amount is suitable for human consumption. Sea and ocean water is salty and thus unfit for drinking. A huge amount of fresh water is frozen in glaciers and polar ice caps and is not readily available. Therefore, it is important to conserve water that is available to us. There are some methods by which we can conserve water in our homes, like turn off tap while brushing, take shorter baths, turn off tap while applying soap, etc. Construction of dams. Dams are huge concrete barriers built on rivers with gates that allow some of the water to flow out. The rest is stored in the reservoirs. The stored water is diverted through canals for irrigation. For example, Bhakra Dam on the Satluj River at Nangal. We can also conserve water by improving methods of irrigation. Filling the entire field with water can waste a lot of water. Instead, watering only the roots drop by drop in a certain plants can prove to be a more economical. This method of watering plant is called the drip irrigation. In this methods, drippers are used to supply water near the plant roots drop by drop. This also helps to prevent water loss due to the evaporation. Water is also conserved by rainwater harvesting system. This system allows us to use and conserve rainwater. Rainwater can be collected and stored in underground tanks during the monsoon season and used further for drinking and irrigation.